What's going on, guys? This is DYNASTY3890 here. Welcome back to the episode of MLB 18 The Show. Roster predictions for this upcoming Friday, which will be May 4th. We are in May now. And yes, so we are doing weekly roster predictions. Now, I know what's going to happen. You guys are going to mention names that either got an upgrade last week or we mentioned last week that didn't get an upgrade. So I'm not including anyone. So Josh Hader, a couple nights ago, struck out 8 batters in 2 2/3 innings. I could easily see him getting an upgrade, but we're not going to mention him. They usually don't upgrade players back-to-back weeks. People are saying deGrom get another upgrade. We're not going to include those. I feel like that's kind of just cheap. We're not going to just go do the same guys every week. Even if they don't get an upgrade, look, if you think we missed a guy, we probably mentioned them last week. So I did reach out to you guys on Twitter again and asked you to give me some names that you think should get an upgrade or downgrade. Now, if you want to be in next week's video, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter. The link to my Twitter will be down in the description below, so follow me there. And when I do tweet out what I think could be a roster update for upgrades or downgrades, put a reply in there, and you may be featured in a upcoming video. Now, let's get into it, guys. There's some big names in this one, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see, who do we have? Starting off this week, we have Alex Cobb. Now, I'm recording this on Tuesday night. Now he's supposed to pitch this night, but he's been lousy this year. I'm giving him a -3. Now he is still technically a bronze, but just keep that in mind if you have him. I mean, if you want to feed him to something, or you're a creative player, or for live series, you may want to do that sooner rather than later. He's been god awful this year. His ERA is laughable. It's 13.11. His WHIP is 2.83. Those are awful. Bring down his walks per 9, hits per 9, whatever you want to bring down. I say a -3. He's been god-awful this year. You see right here with Inside Edge, with a -5 hits per 9 and a -5 Ks per 9, he's a 70. I think just be a little bit more aggressive with that downgrade, and I see him being a 69. Nice overall. Here we have Xander Bogaerts, and Ryan64 NHL just put Xander Bogaerts, and I agree. Now, he did just come back off an injury. Now, and typically San Diego Studios do not give guys upgrades or downgrades when they're injured. So Corey Seager's out for the season. His card, very unlikely, will never be touched. That's what his live series will be the rest of the year. Xander was injured. He just came back, and he's been on a tear. So he's only played 13 games this year. He's hitting, though, .412. But the thing I feel like they're going to upgrade where I give him a +2 is in the power. He has 3 home runs in only 13 games. His slugging percentage is .745. Which is really high. Like I said, it's a small sample, but he has hit some bombs. His exit velocity this year has been higher. If they increase his power to around 52, 53 for each, there he is a high gold, an 83. Oh, that's a medium gold. 83 overall for Xander Bogaerts. Next up here, we have Clifton Charles Sabathia from the Yankees. Now, before I go any further, guys, if you are new to the channel, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button so you guys can see our daily MLB 18 The Show videos. And when this roster prediction goes live every single week. But let's get back into the predictions with Sabathia. He is amazing for the fact that he is someone who learned how to pitch with slower speeds. He is on the fly. He never really had a terrible year. He is not pitching to strike guys out. He's only striking out 5 guys per 9 innings, which is really low. I think his K per 9 is quite honestly a little high, but I'm still giving him an upgrade because his ERA this year is 1.71. His WHIP is .95. He's 37, still getting it done for the Yankees. They put him at 300 pounds. Is he really? I always thought they gave him a nice little 260 for his weight. I don't know, maybe he is pushing north of 3 bills, but it's incredible watching him pitch. It is really pitching. It's not just throwing. It's really nice to see. So I think he should get an upgrade. Not a silver yet, but a +2, 74. Here we have Mike Moustakas from the Kansas City Royals, third baseman, currently an 82 overall, and Mike DL29 tweeted out and said, Mike Moustakas is hitting .302, 8 home runs with a .914 OPS on base plus slugging, doing the best he can to help the Royals not suck. He's trying, and I give him credit for it. Now, as you can see on the top right, his hitting is already listed as a diamond and his fielding is at a silver. We are still going to upgrade the hitting, though, because just like Mike said, he is hitting really well this year, .302 average. Somehow, his on-base percentage is .336. He is not walking. I'm imagining that he's thinking the guy on deck won't get the job done, so I'm swinging at everything. I'm not sure if that's really good for the long haul, but he is slugging a 578 clip, 8 bombs. I say a slight increase in hitting. In any of the hitting, he's doing well versus both, so contact or power. I probably would say probably a better idea of increase in contact slightly. I'm going a +1. He is an 83 overall. Here we have Max Scherzer from the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are struggling this year, but it's not because of Max. And Brandon Pearl tweeted out and said, Mad Max Scherzer has 5 wins, 57 strikeouts, and a 1.62 ERA. Best pitcher in baseball. I don't know if you can argue with that, really. I've always said, like, Kershaw's the best, but Kershaw's still very good. Max is pitching outstanding right now. Like he said, 57 strikeouts, a 1.62 ERA. His whip is .82. I say increase whip, maybe increase Ks per 9 a little bit. His inside edge today gives him a +4. I'm not going that high. I am going +2 to make him a 92 overall, though. I think that's well-deserved for Max. For the 33-year-old, having an outstanding season and career for the Nationals. Next up, we have Jacob deGrom from the Mets, and he's pitching really well. He's pitching actually better than Syndergaard, and Syndergaard is an 86, so I thought it would only be fair to give him a +1 to put him at the same overall. Now, deGrom this year has a 2.06 ERA, a whip of 1.04. He's striking out almost 11 per 9 innings, so he's not as big as a strikeout guy as Syndergaard, but he's still striking guys out at a pretty good clip. I say increase Ks or hits per 9 slightly. Like I said, a +1, 86, nothing too crazy, but he definitely deserves an upgrade. Next up here, we have Anthony Rizzo from the Chicago Cubs, and at Robbie Nee said, downgrade Anthony Rizzo. Now, I didn't realize how poor Anthony Rizzo was doing this year until he mentioned to look him up, to downgrade him. He's hitting 149. An average of 149. His on-base percentage is 259. His slugging percentage is 189. He is slugging the ball 189, which is that's like John Lester like. Now it's May 1st, the day I'm recording this. He has 1 home run so far. No doubles, no triples. He has 1 extra base hit for Rizzo. It's May 1st, the day I'm recording this. He may have just hit for the cycle May 2nd, but on May 1st, the day I'm recording this, he has 1 extra base hit. You got to decrease power on that. I'm going a -2 to an 83. That would put him to a gold. So keep that in mind. Now, they give him on the top right. It says his fielding is bronze, which makes no sense because his fielding is at an 87. It just makes no sense. But I think there's a problem with first baseman. They value like arm strength and arm accuracy very high for first baseman when they rarely throw the ball. But anyway, a -2 for Rizzo just due to the lack of power. Next up, we have Ryan Braun from the Milwaukee Brewers, and I have a -1 for Braun. He'll stay gold. He'll be an 81. Now, for the year, he's hitting 258, a 304 on base. He has 5 home runs. I think the power is fine. However, the average, though, 258, and I looked to see, because you can see right here, his contact versus left is an 88 compared to contact versus right. It's only a 74. So I looked to see what he's hitting versus left-handed pitching this year. He's hitting 259. Very limited at bats, obviously. It's only versus left-handers, and it's only been a month. But he is struggling against them. I would say a slight decrease in contact versus left, enough to make him a -1 and 81 overall. Next up, we have Tommy Pham from the St. Louis Cardinals, and at XCash24 said, Tommy Pham, he's batted 409 last week. He did well last week. He's doing well this whole year. He's hitting 341 on the year. He has a 453 on base percentage. He's slugging the ball at a 511 clip. He has 5 stolen bases to go along with his 3 home runs. He's been great this year. He was great last year. I'm going a +1. You can increase probably contact, maybe touch power a little bit. I don't know, nothing too crazy. Kind of like what they do in the inside edge. Say just like a +4 in contact and power. Make him a +1. Put him to an 83. The fact that his fielding is gold can help him. Maybe he could be a sneaky diamond guy, guys. Be on the lookout for that later in the year if he continues to hit like this. And last up here, guys, we have Yasmani Grandal from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, if you think I missed anyone that didn't get an upgrade last week or that we didn't mention last week, meet me in the comments down below. Tell me who I missed and why. Either an upgrade or a downgrade. But like I said, they were used in last week's video. I'm not going to include them. Or if they already got an upgrade last week, I'm not going to include them as well. But let's get to Grandal. Now, at Tedesco1324 said, Yasmani Grandal upgrade. He is hitting over 300. Has a low to mid 50s contact, correct. Also could use a vision upgrade to be playing really well all around. Now, the Dodgers have been struggling this year. They just lost Seager, which sucks. But with Grandal, he has been a bright spot to them. He is hitting .315 on the year, 4 home runs, a .402 on base percentage. Now, I don't think I'd touch power with him. I think touching contact would be fine. As you can see with today's Inside Edge, he's a +2 because of a +12 contact and a +12 power. Let's just say they did just +12 contact, that gives them a +1. Then maybe they do +6 versus right, +6 versus left, or +7 versus right, +5 versus left, but just adding 12 attributes towards contact I think is fair. That puts him to a 78 overall. I could maybe see him going gold if he does well throughout the year. Also, a little side note, I always hit well with his cards. I'm not sure if you guys do too as well. If you do, maybe give him a try. But that's it for the video, guys. We did our 10 players this week. Like I said, if you think I missed anyone, meet me in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like on the video. I will talk to y'all later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.